I wanted to do a video/review on Wispr Flow AI. Wispr Flow AI is an app that basically takes your voice and changes it into text. Now it does that by basically imitating your keyboard, which is really awesome, and it can help you increase your productivity dramatically. There's a few ways you can trigger Wispr Flow. The first is you can click it. Now when you click it, every time you talk, it will basically record what you have to say. When you finish, it will now paste that in as if that was your keyboard input. The next way to trigger it is by holding down the function key. When you hold down the function key, after you release it, it will now do the same. The final way to trigger Wispr Flow is by double pressing the function key. Now whenever you speak, it will record, then pressing the function key again, it will paste. There you go. So Wispr Flow will automatically remove unneeded words. So here's an instance of Wispr Flow showing you that it removes unneeded words. It's removed all of my ums and ahs. Another awesome feature is how you can say, let's schedule an appointment for 9, no wait, 10. If you have a look, it's just said 10 instead of 9. Now I want to show you a couple of the ways that I like to use Wispr Flow. The first is by using Claude to prompt. Can you help me with a YouTube video idea? Then I'll send that as a prompt. The other way I like to use it is by helping me write my documentation. So help me write a Confluence doc for our Vite app that is calling a serverless architected TypeScript backend. And then from there, I like to just prompt it and then edit it as I go. Another way I like to use it is through messaging. I'm not going to show you our messaging app, but I'll say something like, hey, that's been deployed. Can you regression test it for me? Thanks. Awesome colleague who's a QA engineer showed me these snippets. They're basically shortcuts. So whenever we say bug report, it'll essentially paste out these words. So now if we come to the page and say bug report, it'll paste out that snippet. A lot of my friends who are developers have showed me that Cursor does have a voice input, which is true, but I find it really struggles with my New Zealand accent. The other thing I prefer about Wispr Flow is it isn't specific to an app. It's global on your Mac to any input, which is really great. Another cool thing about it being an app is if you actually talk without an input, it will copy to your clipboard. Another shortcut feature is called command mode. Now, if you query something like, what is the weather like in London? It'll actually take that query and use it and put it into Perplexity. So then now we can see what the weather is. I couldn't recommend Wispr Flow enough. It has truly increased my productivity dramatically. The only downside of Wispr Flow is if you do work in an environment or you are working from home, it is kind of weird to be speaking at your laptop, and a lot of people do look at you funny. The pricing for Flow is £12 to £15 a month, which I can understand is expensive. For me personally, the amount of productivity it increases is worth it. But if you're on the fence, they do have a 2-week trial, which I'd recommend checking out. You may as well. It's free.